On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Adversity.
Difficulties or hardships that someone faces.
Examples:
Environmental adversity. Struggling with adversity. The team demonstrated great resilience in the face of adversity and won the game.
Preordain.
To determine or decree something in advance. To believe or accept that an outcome is predetermined by a higher power or fate.
Examples:
Preordain the sequence of events. Preordain my future. Some people believe that a higher power preordains everything that happens in life.
Fudge.
A sweet candy made of sugar, butter, and milk or cream, an act of adjusting, manipulating, or distorting something to make it more favorable or acceptable. Verb: to manipulate or alter something deceptively or dishonestly, especially data or information.
Examples:
Chocolate fudge. Fudge the truth during the interview. The movie was a complete fudge and a waste of time.
Shorthand.
A system of rapid handwriting or abbreviation that uses symbols, abbreviations, or other devices to represent words or phrases, a short and simple way of expressing or describing something.
Examples:
Learn shorthand. Write in shorthand. The secretary's shorthand was so good that she could type up meeting minutes within minutes.
Chant.
A simple melody or tune, typically one that is repeated or sung in a monotonous way. Verb: recite with musical intonation.
Examples:
Chant melodies. Chant in the chapel. The soccer game crowd broke into a chant of "Go, team, go."
Provocation.
Action or speech that intentionally causes someone to become angry, irritated, or frustrated, a reason or motive for something, often negative or undesired.
Examples:
Provocation tactics. Verbal provocation. The politician's speech was seen as a provocation to the opposition party.
Feces.
Waste matter eliminated from the bowels, excrement.
Examples:
Feces sample. Human feces. Proper disposal of feces is essential for maintaining public health and sanitation.
Incontinence.
The involuntary leakage of urine or feces from the body.
Examples:
Urinary incontinence. Fecal incontinence. The elderly patient is experiencing incontinence and requires assistance with toileting.
Sphincter.
A circular muscle that regulates the flow of material through a passage or opening, such as the anus or a valve in the digestive system.
Examples:
Urinary sphincter. Anal sphincter. The digestive system's sphincter muscle helps regulate the food and waste flow.
Cafeteria.
A restaurant where customers serve themselves from a counter and pay for what they have taken, often found in factories, colleges, hospitals, etc.
Examples:
cafeteria lunch, office cafeteria. The university's cafeteria was busy with students and staff grabbing a quick lunch.
Evince.
To demonstrate or show clearly, to make evident or manifest, to display or exhibit a quality, feeling, or characteristic.
Examples:
evince clear reasoning, evince strong emotions. The company's financial statements evinced a decline in profits.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
grandchild-grandparent relationship, grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Mantra.
A word or phrase, often repeated, that is used as a focus for the mind during meditation.
Examples:
campaign mantra. Chant the mantra of structural reform. She repeated her personal mantra to herself to stay motivated.
Stigmatize.
To accuse, condemn, or openly or formally consider somebody or something as not deserving respect.
Examples:
stigmatize the deviant as criminal. Stigmatize him as a swindler. She was stigmatized by society because she had a child out of wedlock.
Constrain.
To restrict or limit someone or something's freedom or ability to do something.
Examples:
constrain his freedom. Constrain information flow. The political situation constrained the country's economic growth and foreign relations.
Solitary.
Existing, living, or doing without others.
Examples:
use of solitary confinement. A solitary traveler. He never uttered a solitary word. Confinement. The act of confining or limiting movement, often by keeping someone in a specific place or within a specific area, a state of being physically or emotionally restricted or limited. Examples: confinement cell. House confinement. The prisoner spent months in solitary confinement. Travail. Prolonged, difficult, or exhausting labor or physical work, a painful or laborious effort or struggle. Examples: physical travail. Laborious travail. The artist's travail in perfecting the details of the painting paid off in the end. Glamorous. Highly attractive and exciting, and different from ordinary things or people.
Examples:
Glamorous movie stars. Cast glamorous eyes. The South Coast is less glamorous yet has many clean and appealing hotels.
Concession.
Something that is granted or given up, often in a negotiation or argument, a place or stand where goods or services are sold or provided, often in a public setting such as a stadium or amusement park.
Examples:
An oil concession. Make a concession. The movie theater offered a special concession for seniors on Tuesdays.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Crumb.
A small particle or fragment of food or other substance, often one that has broken off from a larger piece, a very small amount or portion of something.
Examples:
Crumb of information. Breadcrumb. My dog found a crumb on the floor and quickly ate it.
Privation.
A state of lacking or deprivation, usually regarding necessities or comforts, the absence or deficiency of something essential, such as food, shelter, or clothing.
Examples:
Economic privation. Widespread privation. Living in extreme poverty, they faced constant privation and hardship.
Surrogate.
Acting as a substitute or replacement for someone or something else, having a similar function or purpose.
Examples:
Surrogate pregnancy. Surrogate decision. The surrogate mother gave birth to a healthy baby for the couple who couldn't conceive independently.
Prostitute.
A person, typically a woman, who engages in sexual activity in exchange for payment.
Examples:
Prostitute street. A male prostitute. She turned to prostitute to make ends meet.
Necrophilia.
A psychological disorder characterized by an abnormal attraction to, fixation on, or sexual interest in corpses or the dead.
Examples:
Necrophilia pathology. Criminal necrophilia. He was committed to a mental institution due to his necrophilia tendencies.
Morgue.
A place where dead bodies are kept, particularly in preparation for burial or identification by their relatives or authorities.
Examples:
Clinical morgue. Overcrowded morgue. The attendant at the morgue was responsible for cataloging the bodies and their respective information.
Psyche.
The human soul, mind, or spirit.
Examples:
Deep psyche. Psyche healing. The therapist helped her understand the workings of her psyche and how to cope with her anxiety.
Hew.
To chop or cut something, particularly wood, with an axe or other tool. To shape, carve, or form something using a sharp tool.
Examples:
HEW my way through effort. HEW out a cave. He used a chisel to hew the wood into the shape of a bird.
Pointless.
Having no purpose or reason, serving no useful function, meaningless or senseless.
Examples:
Pointless argument. Pointless task. The meeting was considered pointless since nothing was accomplished.
Torment.
Unbearable physical pain or extreme mental distress. Verb, to cause severe physical or mental suffering to someone, or to be the victim of such suffering.
Examples:
Torment of jealousy. Economic torment. The torturers inflicted great torment upon the prisoners.
Purposeful.
Having a specific aim or purpose, determined.
Examples:
Purposeful series of actions. At a purposeful pace. She had a purposeful look and was determined to complete the task.
Misfortune.
An unfortunate event or circumstance, bad luck or trouble.
Examples:
Economic misfortune. Misfortune strikes. It was a great misfortune that the ship sank in the storm.
Infirmity.
Physical or mental weakness, a physical or mental ailment that makes one vulnerable or fragile.
Examples:
Physical infirmity. Visual infirmity. The infirmity of old age made it difficult for her to walk up the stairs.
Dissident.
A person who opposes the policies or actions of a government or other authority, often publicly and openly, a rebel or revolutionary.
Examples:
Dissident activities. Outspoken dissident. The government's security forces constantly monitored the dissident politician.
Annihilate.
To destroy completely, to cause something to cease to exist.
Examples:
Annihilate the enemy. Annihilate all doubts. The virus had the potential to annihilate entire populations if left unchecked.
Barricade.
A barrier, often improvised or temporary, used to block passage or protect against danger or attack.
Examples:
Barricade fencing. Police barricade. The protesters built a barricade to prevent police from entering the area.
Unconditional.
Not subject to any conditions, absolute or complete, not limited by any qualifications or restrictions.
Examples:
Unconditional forgiveness. Unconditional support. Her love for him was unconditional, despite all of his flaws.
Panegyric.
A formal or elaborate speech, piece of writing, or lyrical composition that praises or celebrates someone or something. A eulogy or tribute that highlights the virtues and achievements of a person or institution.
Examples:
Emotional panegyric. Glowing panegyric. The writer delivered a heartfelt panegyric at the awards ceremony, praising the recipient's achievements.
Bedraggle.
To make something or someone wet, dirty, and limp by dragging it through mud or water, to become soaked, dirty, and limp in this way.
Examples:
Bedraggle the flowers. Bedraggle hair. I got caught in the rain, and my clothes were completely bedraggled.
Awaken.
To stop sleeping or to cause someone to stop sleeping.
Examples:
Awaken at daybreak. Awaken a child. The friend's death awakens them.
Oppress.
To treat people in a cruel and authoritarian way, especially by denying them the same freedoms, rights, etc. as other people.
Examples:
Oppress the minority. Oppress the people with force. Historically, many countries have often oppressed certain religions to gain the support of the majority of the population.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Aberrant.
Departing from what is considered normal or typical, deviating from the usual or expected path, behavior, or pattern, abnormal or unusual.
Examples:
Aberrant behavior. Aberrant cell growth. Her sudden outburst was an aberrant display of emotion.
Reverb.
An audio effect that produces a sound that is reflected off surfaces in an enclosed space, creating a sense of space or ambience, the natural echoing or reverberation of sound in a large or open space.
Examples:
Reverb effect. Reverb chamber. The singer's voice had a natural reverb that sounded beautiful in the acoustically designed church.
Narcissist.
A person who is excessively self-absorbed, especially regarding their appearance or achievements.
Examples:
Relationship with a narcissist. Somatic narcissist. He thinks she is a high narcissist because she always talks about herself and her accomplishments.
Extol.
To praise or laud highly, To exalt or elevate someone or something by highlighting their positive qualities or attributes.
Examples:
Extol the beauty. Extol the benefits. The teacher extolled the virtues of hard work and dedication to her students.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Smug.
Excessively pleased with oneself, self-righteously complacent.
Examples:
In a smug manner. Smug attitude. She felt smug about her performance in the competition.
Banish.
To send away or exile, especially permanently or as a punishment, to ban or prohibit.
Examples:
Banish all terrors. Banish my wrinkles. The queen banished the traitor from the kingdom.
Heroic.
Courageous and daring, having or displaying qualities appropriate for legendary figures, that is, courage and daring.
Examples:
A heroic poem. Heroic explorers. The heroic actions of individuals are now easily spread worldwide by SNS.
Technicolor.
Relating to a vivid, colorful, or vibrant visual effect or display, often used to describe movies or images produced using this process.
Examples:
Technicolor dream. Nostalgic Technicolor. The film was known for its vibrant Technicolor visuals, bringing the story to life.
Fiesta.
A festive celebration or party, often involving music, dancing, and abundant food and drink. A public or community celebration held for a special occasion or event.
Examples:
Fiesta decorations. Fiesta music. The neighborhood was alive with music and laughter during the annual fiesta celebration.
Manifestation.
A visible or tangible form of something, especially a particular sign of a disease or condition.
Examples:
Manifestation of a deeper problem. Manifestation of psychological stress. The manifestation of his anxiety was evident in his shaking hands.
Loathe.
To feel strong hatred or disgust for someone or something. To be unwilling or reluctant to do something.
Examples:
Loathe violence. Loathe broccoli. I absolutely loathe spiders and can't stand to be near them.
Melancholy.
A feeling of sadness, disappointment, or boredom, often accompanied by a lack of energy or motivation.
Examples:
Feel melancholy. Nostalgic melancholy. His melancholy mood was apparent to everyone who knew him.
Homophobia.
A strong fear, aversion, or hostility towards people who are homosexual or towards homosexuality itself, discrimination or prejudice against lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning, LGBTQ, individuals based on their sexual orientation or gender identity.
Examples:
Homophobia awareness. Homophobia in sports. The politician's remarks about same-sex marriage revealed his deep-seated homophobia.
Humility.
The quality or condition of being humble, a low estimate of oneself.
Examples:
Develop an attitude of humility. Lack of humility. We were filled with humility at the sight of the Queen.
Endgame.
The final stage or outcome of a long and complex process or sequence of events, especially one that involves a struggle or competition.
Examples:
Endgame strategies. Chess endgame. The athlete's endgame was to win an Olympic gold medal before retiring from the sport.
Sodom.
A city that, according to the Bible, was destroyed by God because of the wickedness of its inhabitants, also refer as sodomy, anal intercourse between men.
Examples:
Sodom and Gomorrah. The city of Sodom. The term Sodom has become synonymous with acts of homosexuality and is used as a derogatory term for gay people.
Lynch.
To put to death or punish, usually by hanging, without legal authorization or due process, often as an act of mob justice or vigilante action. Noun, a violent punishment, often extrajudicial, in which a mob or group of people seize and kill someone, usually by hanging, as a form of punishment or vengeance.
Examples:
Lynch law. Lynch him to death. The mob wanted to lynch the suspect before he could be tried in court.
Carnal.
Relating to physical or bodily needs, desires, or appetites, particularly sexual ones.
Examples:
Carnal encounter. Carnal pleasure. The church considers carnal desires to be sinful.
Lash.
To strike or hit someone with a whip or other flexible instrument, to criticize or rebuke someone severely, to bind or tie something tightly with a cord or strap.
Examples:
Lash the oxen. Lash a rope. The mother lashed out at her child for misbehaving in public.
Accepting.
Willing to receive or to take something offered.
Examples:
Accepting attitude. Accepting of diversity. He was an accepting person who believed in diversity and inclusiveness.
Elusive.
Difficult to find, define, achieve, or remember.
Examples:
an elusive criminal. Track down an elusive fact. The physicist who found the elusive particle won the Nobel Prize.
Ache.
To experience a dull, persistent pain or discomfort, typically of moderate or low intensity, to feel a continuous dull pain.
Examples:
ache abominably. Ache all the time. I ache all over after running a marathon yesterday.
Mistakenly.
In a mistaken or incorrect way, wrongly.
Examples:
mistakenly left his keys. Mistakenly delete the important file. He mistakenly thought the red liquid was juice, but it was paint.
Woe.
Significant problems or troubles, great unhappiness.
Examples:
economic woe. Full of woe. Recurrent financial woes hampered his subsequent career.
Bliss.
Extreme happiness or joy.
Examples:
ignorance is bliss. Ultimate bliss. The first 2 years of her marriage were sheer bliss.
Seedling.
A young plant that has just germinated and has not yet developed leaves or true roots.
Examples:
a green seedling. Seedling tray. The seedlings in the garden needed to be thinned out to have enough space to grow.
Bully.
A person who uses strength or power to harm or intimidate those who are weaker. Verb, to intimidate, harass, or mistreat someone weaker or less powerful.
Examples:
bully bystander. Bully the weak. The schoolyard bully terrorized the other children and made their lives miserable.
Ecstasy.
A state of overwhelming happiness, joy, or pleasure, an emotional or mental state of intense feelings of delight or happiness that is often accompanied by intense physical sensations.
Examples:
ecstasy pills. State of ecstasy. She danced with ecstasy as her favorite band played their hit song.
Heterosexual.
Attracted to individuals of the opposite sex.
Examples:
heterosexual relationship. Heterosexual marriage. He identified as heterosexual and had never considered being with someone of the same gender.
Exhilarating.
Making one feel very happy and lively, invigorating, providing a feeling of excitement or thrill.
Examples:
an exhilarating drink. Exhilarating view. Bungee jumping was an exhilarating experience that left me shaking with adrenaline.
Startle.
To cause a sudden or unexpected reaction of surprise, alarm, or fear in someone, typically by means of a sudden and loud noise, movement, or event.
Examples:
Startle for a moment. Startle the world. The loud bang outside the window caused him to startle and spill his coffee.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation. To catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Indebted.
Owing money or having financial obligations to another person or organization, feeling grateful or obligated to someone for their help, support, or kindness.
Examples:
Indebted to creditors. Financially indebted. He felt indebted to his parents for all the sacrifices they had made for him.
Propel.
To move, drive, or push something forward or in a particular direction, often with a lot of force.
Examples:
Propel growth. Propel the ship. An increase in employment helps propel economic growth.
Confiscate.
To seize, take or appropriate something by authority, often as a penalty for breaking laws or rules.
Examples:
Confiscate drugs. Confiscate property. The security officer had to confiscate the weapon from the suspect.
Trounce.
To defeat decisively or overwhelmingly in a contest or competition, to beat or thrash severely, to thoroughly overpower or defeat someone or something.
Examples:
Trounce an opponent. Trounce in a debate. The home team managed to trounce their rivals with a surprising score of 5-0.